Alright, y'all, let's talk about the 2020 BET Awards. Y'all ready? It's lit.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B Kid, and I'm back again with another video for y'all. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed the BET Awards last night. But if you didn't, that's why I'm here. You know, I wanted to hop up on this camera, just give y'all my little review of the BET Awards that went down last night. So this was the 2020 BET Awards, and it was also a celebration of not only 20 years of the BET Awards, but also 40 years of the BET Network in general. So that, you know, it's really cool to have both of those landmarks happen on the same year. So it's a very important year for the BET Awards. And you know, under the circumstances, we obviously know we couldn't have it live because of the pandemic, but they did have everything virtually, as we all know. And you know, like I said, I'm even through all the issues we've had with BET over the years. You know, a lot of people have had issues with the BET Awards and BET itself, and there's obviously been issues over the years. I'm still very proud of BET for still being here and still being relevant after all these years. Even though things haven't been perfect, you know, that's family, and they're always gonna give us you know, what we need every year at the BET Awards, for the most part. So I'm very proud of them for putting the show together, and I feel like even under the circumstances, I feel like they curated it very well. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I was coming into the show thinking it was gonna be trash as hell. I just, you know, like, y'all know how BET is. But I gotta say, like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like under the circumstances, I feel like it was a pretty fly show. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, you know, with everything being live, even though a lot of stuff was pre-recorded and they had time to, you know, to curate everything, I still feel like they really curated everything pretty well, and it was a really well done show for the most part. So I'm very proud of BET this year for celebrating a very important year and moving forward and not canceling it, because they could have easily just said, you know, we're gonna cancel it and postpone it, but I love that they said, nah, we're not gonna cancel it, we're gonna do it live, and we're gonna, you know, do it in our own way. And they really did a good job. So I think it was a pretty good show overall. But it wasn't perfect, but it was a pretty good show. And I just appreciated watching it because I felt like it was such a nice, like, you know, uplifting, like, you know, cultural reset moment for me. Like, you know, just, you know, watching all of us, like, really, like, you know, celebrate one another and celebrate our beauty, our talent, our art, our excellence, and really just uplift each other. I thought it was just a great thing to see, and I love that we were able to do that, you know, celebrate each other, and you know, celebrate what we've done in the past year in entertainment, while still staying focused on the mission at hand and still staying focused on the energy of what's going on in the world right now. And I also love that they were using every opportunity that they could to remind all of us that we really need to vote this year and how important the black vote is, because it really is. I feel like as black people, I don't feel like we really showed up to the polls like we should have in 2016, and we see what happened with that. So I really love that BET was using their platform and their presence to really, you know, really show to us that we really need to vote, and it's more crucial than it's ever been in our history. This is going to be a very important year, so I love that BET used their platform to really, you know, get that message out as much as they could last night. So that was dope too, while we were still celebrating us. So it was a really good mix of, like, informative but also really celebrating us and turning up at the same time. So it was a really good show. And yeah, man, it just felt so uplifting and just so black. I loved it. Like, I needed that. You know, this has been a really tough time in the world right now, so I feel like the BET Awards came at a really good time where I was able to just see my people looking beautiful, you know, performing amazing records, you know, doing a good job performing, and just, like, you know, us informing each other of how important it is for all of us to vote. It was just a really good vibe all around, and a really good reset moment for me. You know, this has been a tough time, but I needed those vibes, and I really appreciate the show all around. And special shout out to Viola Davis's commercial, like, sometime in the middle of the show, where she was like, listen, like, you know, no matter all the doubts you have in your mind, all the stuff you're going through, no matter, you know, whether or not you doubt your place in the world, and, you know, you doubt things within yourself, just remember that you are worth it. And that shit, like, touched me. It spoke to me, and I was like, yes, like, I am worth it. Like, she's like, repeat after me, you are worth it. I was like, yes, I am worth it. I am worth it. So it's just a really dope show around. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so Amanda Seales was the host for this year's awards, and I like Amanda Seales. I can understand why a lot of people think she's extra, but I appreciate someone who, like, is very outspoken and who is not afraid to be brash about what they believe in. So, and I really appreciate her commentary on, you know, on blackness and just our culture in general. But I can definitely understand why people think she's extra, and a lot of people don't really like her. I can see why. But I like her, so I was looking forward to seeing her host this year. And I feel like Amanda Seales, you know, her gig as a host this year, I feel like it was constructed and executed beautifully in theory, but I feel like it also just didn't connect sometimes. And I feel like that was, like, half her fault and half not her fault. You know, you have to understand that. I feel like the problem was, it was a mix of the fact that there really wasn't no crowd there, you know, when you have, you know, Amanda didn't have a crowd to really like, you know, feed and bounce her energy off of, so I feel like that was also in the mix. And then as you know, off of that, I don't think she's also proven herself to be one of those people that can really thrive in that type of setting where she's like, you know, in a virtual setting where you have nobody around you. Like, I don't think even before this award show she has really shown that she's a person that can really like you know, just connect with you like in a one-on-one setting in a comedic way. So I just think it just really connects sometimes, but I also think she did have a good presence at some points throughout the show as well. So it was kind of a mix of like, yeah, I wasn't really feeling it, and also like, okay, I appreciate you, Amanda. Overall, I don't think she was a bad host, but I just think she was dealing with a really, you know, messed up situation, and also kind of being someone that we've not really been dependent upon to really be someone that we know will come through with the funny and has come through with the energy in a really you know, on a really big stage. You know what I'm saying? She's never really been that person. So I don't think this should have been the year she should have hosted. I would have rather her done it for the first time in an actual live like Royal award show. I feel like it would have been better for her, but I still think under circumstances she still did her thing. And I also give her credit for the fact that I feel like even when it wasn't connecting, she still hit every hot point in the culture right now like beautifully. She hit everything that's going on in the culture right now. She hit every point. Like at some point in the show, she hit every point. So I'll give her credit for that. So the last thing I'll say about Amanda Seales hosting was that I appreciated like her skits and transitions that she had. Like every host will have every year. I liked her Karen skit at one point. Thought that was funny as hell. But yeah, she had some really cool transitions where she like would pay homage to like, you know, old like BET shows and old BET segments like, you know, Rap City, Teen Summit, Comic View, stuff like that, you know, where she would like do a parody of it while transitioning to the next performance or to the next award. So I thought it was pretty cool for the most part. And like I said, it came off a little bit dry because there's no crowd there, nothing, but I like how they set it up. And I will say, the only thing I think that kind of brought those things down, even though I thought the idea was creative, was the fact that like every transition she did, a lot of times it just felt like so produced instead of it feeling like really like flowy and live. I think what would have helped Amanda was if she had really made her transitions like, I know they obviously pre-recorded all this stuff, but I feel like it would have helped if she had more of like a flowy, like almost making it seem like it was really live. Or actually, I mean, maybe that could have been messy, but I wonder if Amanda actually would have like, I don't know if they would have actually should have done it live, but I don't know. But even though it was pre-recorded, I just still feel like everything she did felt so produced instead of it feeling like really like just natural and flowy. So I feel like that would have helped. But it wasn't, yeah, she didn't do a bad job at all, but I just think it would have helped if her, you know, her team and BT had like kind of made it more natural. But I still think like all the stuff they came up with is very creative. So alright, last thing I'll say before I get into the actual show itself, like every damn year with the BET Awards, I just feel like there just weren't enough awards being presented on the live telecast. I know that wasn't really the energy of what the night was about because, you know, we always have a lot going on in the world, but I still feel like we could have had time to like present at least like, you know, 2 or 3 more of the major awards. Like, you know, they didn't present any of the male artist awards, they didn't present best male R&B pop artist, they didn't present best male rap artist, they didn't even present best gospel performance, like they didn't present you know, best collab. Like I feel like some of those are like major awards. I feel like it would have been cool to see them presented on the live telecast, but you know, that happens every year. I feel like every year they present like 5 awards throughout the night and that's it. So this is nothing new. Alright y'all, now let's go through the show itself. Alright, so the show started off with I forgot this boy's name. I think his name is yeah, Keydron Bryant, the boy who sings I Just Want to Live. So he started off the show with that performance, which was really nice, really you know, on point. The message, the setup was just perfect. It was a great way to open the show in terms of the message and the feel of it. And then after that, they went into having Public Enemy do this really cool montage of like clips of the Black Lives Matter movement while they perform Fight the Power. And they had other artists come on and do some verses like Rhapsody, YG, Questlove, Black Thought, Nas. So that was really cool to have all those artists like, you know, do a verse over the Fight the Power beat. Yeah, it was kind of like a music video type of thing. It was really cool way to open up the show because that's the energy we needed for this year's BET Awards. And then they went into a little montage celebrating the importance of the 20-year anniversary of the BET Awards. They did like, you know, just like, you know, 5-minute little montage of all the highlights from the last 20 years of the BET Awards. So that was really cool to see. But I also did see that they snuck in some clips of other like events and live performances that weren't the BET Awards. So they ain't slick, but I did peep that. But that was really cool to see, you know, how important the BET Awards and how relevant they've been over the past 20 years. So that was cool. Alright, then we have Roddy Ricch come on and perform High Fashion, like Goya, G-Wagon, all over. He performed High Fashion on the piano. Now, we all know it's fake because I don't think Roddy Ricch can actually play the piano, but it was a vibe regardless. Mo, stop hating. And then he performed The Box too. So I thought Roddy Ricch's performance was pretty cool. I think a lot of people thought it was alright, but I think to me, Roddy Ricch is still developing into his performance ability, obviously. But I just think he's a freaking star. Like, I think Roddy Ricch is a star. I think he's like he's gonna be one of the most relevant artists of this generation. You know, I think he's coming into his greatness. I think he just has a star quality that I can't pinpoint. I just think it's just growing every day with him. So I think, you know, he showed that he can still give you like a really cool vibe, even like a, you know, secluded live setting. I think he did a really good job with The Box and High Fashion. I like the effects that he had during his set. The piano was cool. Like I said, I liked his performance. It wasn't nothing crazy, but you know, Roddy Ricch gave us a cool little vibe with some hits that he got right now. Like, this boy's a hit maker, so shout out to Roddy Ricch. And then after that, I think we had John Legend perform Never Break, the final track off of his latest album, Bigger Love, which is a great project. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I love the song Never Break. It was never intended to be like a social justice song. It's a romantic song, but the way it's written is so relevant to the moment right now. So I'm so glad John Legend's promoting the song because it's a great song for the moment. I'm telling y'all, John Legend keeps giving us these social justice anthems. I'm like, damn, John, chill out. With, you know, first we had Glory, now we got this song. Like, John Legend is in his bag lately with all these social justice anthems. So yeah, he performed Never Break. Amazing vocal. You know, I think he did a good job. I loved like the little gospel choir he had like in the background. Really good performance, like in a dungeon somewhere, like in an abandoned warehouse building. It was a really cool vibe. All right, then after that we had the award for Best Female Hip Hop Artist, which I obviously knew would go to Megan Thee Stallion. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Very deserved. I'm glad she won it. I think she's the most deserving this year. She had a crazy year last year, and she's having an even better year this year. So I'm definitely glad she won it. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. I'm very proud of your win, mama. And then after that, we had the first BET Amplified Music Moment, which was Masego. Shout out to my guy, Masego. If y'all didn't check out my reaction to his album, please go check it out. Oh, man. Masego is just a king. I love his music. He's such a good musician, such a good artist. So I really gonna need for y'all to tap into Masego if you haven't already. He performed his song Queen Tings, a great song. He did a good job. I think he performed it in his house. It was a great setup. He had like, he had flowers, his band. It was just a vibe. He killed it. He killed on the sax as well. Y'all know he's the king of the sax, so he did his thing. Shout out to Masego. Salute. And then after that, we had the brothers themselves, D Smoke and Sir, come out and perform. I think they performed Let Go and Black Habits off of D Smoke's latest album, which is a great album that y'all gotta go check out. I feel like a lot of people slept on that album. Tell you, man, I think this is a pretty good performance. You know, these brothers always come together and just give us a good vibe. You know, D Smoke can rap his ass off. Sir always gives you a good vocal, and they just have good chemistry. And they always have a good performance setup. So I like their performance. I thought it was a vibe. You know, very relevant to what's going on right now. I thought they both did a great job. So shout out to Sir and shout out to D Smoke. And then after that, we had a little advertisement where they talked about Queen Latifah's new movement. She has like a new initiative called the Queen Collective Initiative. That's like spotlighting, black, or I guess just like, female filmmakers of color who are really doing their thing right now in the filmmaking space. So that's a really dope thing. Y'all know Queen Latifah, it has been such a force in the, in the film circles for a while now. So I'm glad she's doing that. A really great initiative. I love seeing that. Shout out to Queen Latifah. And then we had a little moment where they did they did a little Shine a Light award for D Nice and Swizz Beatz and Timbaland for all that they've been doing for us since quarantine started. D Nice with his DJ sets on IG Live, and then Swizz and Timbo obviously with verses, which has been such a genius idea. Go check out all my reviews on all the verses battles that have been happening. I did one for Nelly and Ludacris, Alicia Keys and John Legend, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, Babyface and Teddy Riley. Yeah, I've done a lot of versus reviews, so go check out all those videos. I've been loving the versus battles, so shout out to Timbaland and Swizz Beatz for those. What else we got? Then after that, they presented the Video of the Year award, which went to DJ Khaled and John Legend and Nipsey Hussle for Higher. And that was a cool video, but when I saw that, I was like, nah. Higher was a cool video, but to me, I feel like that award should have went to either Say So by Doja Cat, or The Box by Roddy Ricch, or Chris Brown and Drake for No Guidance. I feel like one of those two should have won Video of the Year. Higher was a cool video, but I feel like they just did that award because they want to give Nipsey Hussle something, which I understand. We want to give Nip something, but Higher was was a cool video, but nah. Video of the Year, nah. But they want to give Nipsey something, so it's all good. And DJ Khaled came up on there with his annoying ass speech as usual. Alright, and therefore was one of the highlights for me of the night. Megan Thee Stallion came up on y'all's screens and gave y'all some like, you know, some like Mad Max vibes, you know, some like, you know, some desert apocalyptic, you know, like Maya, Case of the X, you know, Janet, You Want This vibes. You know, she performed her new songs. I think she did Girls in the Hood first, and then she did Savage. Both good songs, and she killed it with, you know, her backup dances. And I just thought that like the choreography and the direction of that whole performance in the middle of the desert was just dope. You know, she, like I said, she gave you like Mad Max vibes. I thought that was definitely, to me, one of the highlights of the night. I love Megan Thee Stallion's performance. I think she killed it with 2 good songs, and the setup was just dope. And her energy and choreography and the direction of that whole performance was just lit. I think Megan Thee Stallion definitely had one of the highlights to me of the night. I loved her set. It was just great. And I think she killed it. She, you know, her energy, like she's really growing into being a star. And I think she really showed that with that performance. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from Megan, but that was great. That was a great performance. What can I say? After that, we had Naomi Campbell come on and present the award for Best International Act, which obviously went to Burna Boy. Shout out to my guy, Burna. I knew he was gonna get it. I knew it, and I'm glad because he deserved it. Burna Boy had an amazing year last year. The Africa Giant album, fire from head to toe. And yeah, so I knew he was gonna get that. And I loved his speech about you know, Africa, and I always just love when Burna gets up on an award show and talks about Africa. I love it. So he killed his speech. I loved his speech. And then after that, we had DaBaby and Roddy Ricch come on and perform the Black Lives Matter remix to Rockstar, which was great. I love that DaBaby used his performance slot and his time to really highlight what's going on in the world right now. I loved his performance. I loved that he really had like a woke, you know, vibe to Rockstar, which is great. And Roddy Ricch came through, did his thing as well. So shout out to DaBaby for using that moment to, you know, to truly spread awareness as to what's going on right now. I love the performance. And then after that, we had Jennifer Hudson come on and perform To Be Young, Gifted, and Black, which was kind of a preview to her playing Aretha Franklin in her biopic that's coming out in December, I think on Christmas this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm excited for you know, Jennifer Hudson's turn as Aretha Franklin. I know a lot of people are not really feeling it. A lot of people are iffy about it, but I think Jennifer Hudson will do a good job. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So let me know if y'all interested in that movie. Let me know if y'all are planning to check it out. Maybe not in theaters, but at some point when it comes out, hope maybe digitally, I don't know. Whenever it comes out, let me know if y'all plan to check out the new movie Respect about Aretha Franklin. I think it's gonna be a good movie. I don't know, but let's see how it turns out. So that was really good performance. Jennifer Hudson did her thing as always. She really gave y'all Aretha Franklin vibes, you know, like in a green gown and, you know, behind the piano. She really did her thing. And then after that, to me, also was one of the highlights of the night. We had Anderson .Paak and J-Rock come out perform Lockdown, which is low-key, like, to me, becoming one of the most important songs, not important, but like just one of the most cool songs of the year so far. Anderson .Paak really came out with a gem this year with Lockdown, and then J-Rock gave us an amazing verse on that song as well. So they both came up and performed that song in a set somewhere. They had like a fire on it, and they really gave you, like, you know, street protest vibes with that performance. A really dope performance. I loved how they did it. Shout out to Anderson .Paak and J-Rock. They both killed it. I love that song, Lockdown. I love that song. And then we had this dude Loner come out, who's a new artist. He came out and performed his song Make the Most, which is a song that I really like, but I really wish he had done it with her, who's on that song, and I think her really leveled up that song. But overall, I feel like he could have been taken off of the show. No shade to him. I just feel like the arrangement of his performances was really like dry. I didn't like the way his performance sounded. I feel like the arrangement was just off, and it was just boring to me. So I feel like Loner I could have done without. But like I said, I do like that song Make the Most, so shout out to Loner. Alright, and then after that, we had Wayne Brady come out and tribute Little Richard. Man, when I tell y'all, Wayne Brady came out and killed that Little Richard tribute. Rest in peace, Little Richard. Man, he performed Lucille, Good Golly, Miss Molly, and Tutti Frutti. Shout out to Little Richard. I just, like, Wayne Brady really did Little Richard justice. He killed it with the moves, the looks, the energy, the vocal. Like, Wayne Brady, you did that shit, man. Shout out to you, did that shit. Great send off for Little Richard. I really wish you could have, you know, tributed Little Richard in a live setting, because he was such an important person in our culture. But obviously we couldn't do it under the settings. But I think Wayne Brady really did that shit. He really killed it. So shout out to Wayne Brady. Shout out to you, bro. You killed that shit. And then we had Lil Wayne come out and tribute Kobe Bryant with his song Kobe Bryant. To to me it was cool. It wasn't like anything amazing, but I like that we obviously took time to tribute Kobe, and I think Lil Wayne did a cool job. It was an alright performance. It wasn't too bad, but it was alright. But I appreciate Lil Wayne, you know, tributing Kobe, because I know they were tight, so I'm glad he did it. It was pretty cool. And then after that, we had Dion Cole come out, and so Dion Cole came out, and he had a little speech where he was talking about how when we all get back to work at some point, when COVID is over, when we all get back to work, we all need to stop talking white to our white coworkers. And when I tell y'all, like, I was like, Dion Cole, you are not lying, and listen, bro, I'm here for that. Like, Dion Cole's like, when y'all all go back to work, stop talking white, be as black as you want to be in the workplace. And I was like, man, Dion Cole, you better talk to us, because you're right. And I loved how he said, you know, I love that he also said, you know, go get tested for COVID-19, go get tested, like, because you just don't know, we all need to go get tested. So I love that he also like put that out there, because that's very important too. I haven't been tested yet, but I've been feeling fine. But you know, at some point I would like to get tested, just to know my status, you know. So I love that he put that message out there. Definitely probably my favorite speech of the night was Dion Cole. Shout out to Dion Cole. And then they presented the award for Best Female R&B Pop Artist, which went to Lizzo. Shout out to Lizzo. I'm happy for her. I feel like she deserved it. I'm happy for her. I know a lot of people really wanted, and I mean, I'm not mad Lizzo won. I also think I was expecting that Summer Walker would have took it. I know some people thought Beyonce or Jhené Aiko could take it too, but I didn't see either of them taking it, because they always give Beyonce an award every year, so I feel like they shouldn't have done it this year. She's already getting the Humanitarian Award, but I thought Summer Walker was going to take that, or Summer Walker might take Best New Artist, but Roddy Ricch took that one. But so yeah, I went to Lizzo. I'm happy for Lizzo. Lizzo had a great year last year, so I'm not mad at Lizzo for winning that award. But I know a lot of people were tight about that one, but you know, it was what it is to me. It's whatever. Shout out to Lizzo. Alright, and then Alicia Keys came out and performed her new song Perfect Way to Die off of her upcoming album that's still being delayed at this point. I don't know what's coming out, but shout out to Alicia Keys. So to me, that performance and the set was like amazing. I just think the way it looked and the way Alicia Keys like connected was amazing. I like the performance itself, but I'm just still not here for the song. I don't like the song Perfect Way to Die. I don't like that song at all. I just don't like it. It just feels like a really weird way to like talk about what's going on right now. And I know Alicia Keys didn't write that song to be insensitive, but it just feels like a weird song. I don't like that song, but I thought the performance was amazing. So shout out to Alicia Keys for that. I really wish she would have used her performance to perform something else like Underdog. I feel like that would have been a better song. But I get that, you know, Perfect Way to Die fit the mood of the night, but I just don't like that song. So that's just me. But let me know what y'all think about that song. Shout out to Alicia Keys. And then we had a really dope dedication to the Black Lives Matter movement real quick, where we had, you know, mad celebrities come on the screen and say a name of someone who's lost their life to, you know, racism, police brutality, homophobia, transphobia, you know, on and on. The list goes on. So I love that we had one celebrity say the name of someone we lost to all that. And that was just a really powerful moment to see how they gave as much weight to names that you've never heard before, as much as they gave, you know, room to say names like Trayvon Martin and Eric Garner and Breonna Taylor and, you know, all that stuff. So I love that they really showed that beyond the few names that y'all know, there are still hundreds and hundreds of lives we've lost to systemic racism, you know, beyond the names that y'all have heard. So I love that they did that. And then I think one of the founders of Black Lives Matter movement, she came out and like talked about how the movement is far from over and how there's still work that needs to be done. So I love that moment as well. So after the Black Lives Matter moment that was so beautifully done, we had Chloe and Halle come on and perform Forgive Me and then Do It. Man, when I tell y'all gotta stop sleeping on Chloe and Halle, man. Like, it just doesn't make sense how good these girls are at their age. Like, I know they've been grinding, they've been building for years, but these girls, like Chloe about to be 22 in a couple weeks or something, I think like next week, and Halle is now 20. Like, these girls are it just doesn't make sense how good Chloe and Halle are. They came on this screen and they killed it. They did what they had to do in their backyard. They performed Forgive Me and then they transitioned to doing Do It in another set with different costumes, and they just killed that shit. They were giving me like 90s girl group like vibes with, like, you know, there's their coordination, the way they were just so fly, the outfits, how good the songs are. Like, their album is crazy too. Go check it out if you haven't already. Ungodly Hour is a crazy album. Chloe and Halle came through and did that shit. Definitely to me one of the best performances of the night. One of the highlights of the night for sure. They killed that shit. I loved it. Chloe and Halle, man, they're not playing with y'all. And then we had a tribute to Bob Johnson and celebrating, you know, 40 years of BET and him being like at the helm of all of that, especially back in the day. And they were just talking about BET's impact and Bob Johnson's contributions to BET over the years. So that was really cool to see that. Shout out to Bob Johnson and thank you for all your work over the years with BET. It's appreciated. And then we had a little, after commercial, we had a little cool DJ set by Shaq. That was so unexpected. I was like, Shaq, like you DJ? I didn't know Shaq could DJ, but he DJed for like 2 minutes. It was a really cool set. That was really cool. It was kind of like remember like DJ Nice's like IG Live, you know, sets. It was really cool. So that was dope. Shout out to Shaq. And then we had Summer Walker and Usher come out and perform. I really liked the vibe of their performance. It was really like, you know, chill, late night, like just on some like, you know, smooth, you know, vibey tip. You know, I liked how they did it. Summer performed Session 32, and then Usher came out and they performed Come Through and a little bit of You Make Me Wanna. Really dope performance. I love how they did it. Really just like really breezy and lovely from start to finish. I love that whole performance. Shout out to Usher and Summer Walker. They killed it. I like that whole vibe in general. And then they did the award for Album of the Year, which went to Roddy Ricch's Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. I definitely knew it was between him and Lizzo, so I'm glad he won it. You know, Roddy Ricch's album is a great album, and he's had a great year so far, so I'm glad he won it. If he didn't win it, I thought they'd give it to Lizzo, so I'm glad Roddy won that. Album of the Year, that's a big award. Shout out to Roddy Ricch. And then we had Jonathan McReynolds and what's his name, Kane Brown, come on and perform. They, you know, they gave us like, you know, the other genre of a segment of the night. So we got gospel with Jonathan McReynolds, and then we got country with Kane Brown, which is really cool. And I think Jonathan performed People, and then Kane Brown performs Worldwide Beautiful. Really good songs that are really relevant right now, and they both did a really good job. So I like both of their performances. And then we had Michelle Obama come out and present Beyonce with the 2020 Humanitarian Award. I liked Michelle's speech about, you know, Beyonce's impact and, you know, how influential she's been to all of us and all the work she's done over the years to just, you know, help all kinds of people. So it was really good. It was really cool to see Michelle salute Beyonce. And then Beyonce came out and was just looking like $1 million, just looking stunning. I was like, Beyonce, like how, like I don't understand how you've had 3 kids. You've been in this game for like 4 decades now, and you still look as beautiful as ever. Like Beyonce, she don't look tired. She don't look over it. Like Beyonce was looking radiant. I was like, well, like Beyonce, like make it make sense, bro. Like make it make sense. How do you still look this good at your age? Beyonce wants to be 40 in a couple years, and she out here looking like a goddess. Like it didn't make no goddamn sense. So yeah, man, I love Beyonce's speech about, you know, everything going on in the world, and I love how she talked about how we need to vote because it's more crucial than it's ever been, and how our life depends on it, because it's very true. Yeah, so I love Beyonce's speech. It was a very nice speech, short and to the point. And I also love that she snuck in her Black is King trailer at the end. Shout out to Black is King. I'm definitely gonna check it out when it comes out July 31st. I think it's gonna be a movie, like a visual album or a visual movie a visual album or a movie, one of those two, that's gonna be connected to The Lion King, The Gift, and just to her whole, like, you know, like her whole movement of like connecting back to Africa ever since she became a part of The Lion King. So I think it's gonna be about that. It looks really good. And then to end off the night, we had the Shears, the Clark Shears. We had Karen Clark Sheard and Kiera Sheard come out and perform together. They performed Something Has to Break, and that was, to me, it was such a great way to end off the show. Both two vocal powerhouses. Man, they tore that sucker down like they always do. Those two women know how to sing. Oh man, they both killed it. Their vocal and their anointing was just so unbelievable and was just so needed. They both killed it. I love what they did with that whole performance. They both look great, and I just love seeing mother and daughter just both sing their ass off, and they just killed it. So shout out to Karen Clark Sheard and shout out to Kiera Sheard. Y'all both killed it. It was a great way to end off the show with a very uplifting, anointed vibe to end us off right. And that was pretty much the whole award show. So now let's get into the awards real quick. Alright, y'all, now we're on to the awards. I want to talk about real quick. So as usual with the BET Awards, a lot of the awards were a goddamn mess, and it went to the most popular artist or most popular album or song instead of it going to the best, as always with the BET Awards. So nothing new. This has been going on for years. We all know the BET Awards for the most part has been a really big popularity contest, just like the Grammys, just like the Oscars. I mean, not say the Oscars, but just like the Grammys. It's been a big popularity contest. But let's go through some of the awards that we didn't talk about in the show. The Coca-Cola Views Choice Award, that went to Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Ty Dolla $ign for Hot Girl Summer. I'm cool with that. I would have probably given that to The Box, but it's all good. Or maybe even Bop by DaBaby. Best collaboration, no surprise, went to Chris Brown and Drake for No Guidance. I like that song, but that to me was no surprise. I would have given this award to... Honestly, I'm not mad at them winning. But shout out to Wale and Jeremiah for On Chill. Also, shout out to her and YG for Slide. I love that song, but I'm not surprised Chris Brown and Drake won that one. Let's see. Best male R&B pop artist went to Chris Brown. I thought it was gonna be between him and Anderson .Paak, so I'm not surprised Chris Brown won it. But I would have given it to Anderson .Paak. Let's see. Best male hip hop artist went to DaBaby, which I'm not surprised at. But I also feel like Roddy Ricch has kind of had a, I don't know. Roddy Ricch had a really great year too, so I don't know. But I don't know. So that one was hard. I'm not mad DaBaby won that one, but I thought they would have given that one to Roddy Ricch. Or even Lil Baby, I don't know. Best group went to Migos, which is trash as hell, because Migos didn't put out no music in 2019. You know, if you have to remember, all these awards are recognizing stuff that happened last year, not so much this year. So, and even in 2020, Migos haven't really done shit. So Migos winning best group was trash as hell. Chloe and Halle, I'm not mad at them not winning because they didn't really do much last year. Hopefully next year they'll win. But I knew Chloe and Halle wasn't gonna win because they didn't have much going on last year. But this award I feel like should have went to Griselda or maybe City Girls, not Migos. Best new artist went to Roddy Ricch. I'm not mad at that. I thought it was between him and Summer Walker, so I'm not mad Roddy won that one. The best gospel inspirational award went to Kirk Franklin for Just For Me. Shout out to Kirk Franklin, I'm cool with that. The BET Her Award went to Beyonce, Blue Ivy. Shout out to Blue Ivy on her first BET Award at like what? At like age 8. WizKid and St. John for Brown Skin Girl. I'm not mad that song won. I'm pretty sure it was gonna win. Video Director of the Year went to Tiana Taylor. Shout out to Spike T. Shout out to Tiana Taylor for winning that. I didn't think she was gonna win that one, but I'm happy for her. Tiana Taylor's been killing these videos. She's been killing these videos. Y'all sleep on her. She's been killing videos. Low key. Best movie went to Queen and Slim. I'm not mad at that, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe Just Mercy should have took that. I feel like Just Mercy should have took it, but Queen and Slim was a cool movie too. I liked Queen and Slim. It was kind of extra, but I liked Queen and Slim. Best Actress went to Issa Rae. I love Issa Rae, but Issa Rae didn't really have much going on last year. Issa Rae should probably win this award next year for all the stuff she's been doing in 2020. You know, between The Photograph, even though The Photograph wasn't that great, and Insecure and all that stuff. But last year, she didn't really have much going on that was that great, besides like her movie Little, and that was really it. Like, so Issa shouldn't have won this one. This should have went to Regina King or Zendaya. It should have went to one of those two. Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor. I'm cool with that. But also, Omari Hardwick did his thing last year with Empower, so, you know, I don't know. But it's all good. Young Stars Award went to Marseille Martin. I feel like they always give it to her. But Marseille is amazing, so shout out to her. Sports Woman of the Year went to Simone Biles. I ain't mad at that. Sports Man of the Year went to LeBron James. I ain't mad at that. Best International Act went to Burna Boy, like I said. And Best New International Act went to Sha Sha from Zimbabwe. So shout out to Sha Sha. But I definitely was pulling for Rima for Nigeria or Celeste from the UK. I love Celeste. She's amazing. Celeste is amazing. Or even Young T and Bugsy from the UK. Don't rush. Slow touch. So yeah, man, that was all the awards for the 2020 BET Awards. And that was my review of the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all thought about the BET Awards. Let me know what your favorite performances. Let me know what you thought about who, you know, all the winners of the awards. Let me know what you thought about the whole virtual setting in general. Let me know what you thought about who had the best set, who had the best performance, all that. Let me know what you thought about all the extra segments like that, you know, like the Black Lives Matter segments, all the skits and stuff that Manny Seals had. Let me know what you think about all that stuff and more down below, okay? Appreciate y'all. Alright, y'all, but that's it. I'm about to hop off this camera. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And like I always say, guys, live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song, make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. Alright, y'all, but this has been your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. don't gotta worry, you can just